because I realized as I got my coffee ready, my coffee routine was beyond boring. Like when you go on YouTube and everyone has their fancy coffee pots, and then I've got my old school coffee maker. And, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. We'll have a little tea with me, but it's coffee because I love coffee. And it is a little bit later in the afternoon, so it's my second cup of coffee. So let's jump into it if you're interested in learning a little bit more about intuitive eating and why I love it, as well as just my background as a counselor. Since you're already here, like and subscribe this video to support my channel. Why not? My name is Dr. Kelsey Vasali, and I am completing my doctoral fellowship year. So basically, after graduate school, a lot of programs require a training year. So my degree is in counseling psych, so my postdoc is at a university counseling center, and basically you're just getting extra supervision and working towards licensure. So those of you who are like, grad school, no problem. I got it. It's easy breezy. One thing I want to mention is that there are a lot of different state requirements for postdocs, so you might want to look into the states you plan on being in, even in the very beginning, to see kind of what that journey might look like for you. So if you have any interest in a surviving graduate school or applying to graduate school video, let me know. I've got you. I definitely have just been through that journey within the last 6 to 7 years. My journey in graduate school began right after undergrad. So during undergrad, I went to WIU. Props if you know where that is, because it is in the Midwest, and if you live on the coast, you probably don't know where it is. And I was a student athlete. So I was on the golf team, and I had a lot of friends who were athletes on the track team or cross country or different teams. Basically, through my experience as an athlete during college, I was able to become aware of different patterns that a lot of people, not just athletes, had with eating. And I also noticed that a lot of disordered eating behaviors were normalized around friend groups. So one thing that was common was kind of like comparing how little each other could eat. And at the time, nobody thought anything of it. It almost was just kind of humorous. But then later on, when I reflected back and started working with clients, I realized that these behaviors really fueled an unhealthy relationship with fueled an unhealthy relationship with food. And at that point, I think people start to lose track of their basic hunger cues, which is something that we're all born with. But based on societal pressures and a myriad of different things, we get to a point where we're not sure, am I really hungry? Am I just bored? Am I thirsty? All of these other things start to come into play, and we lose track of what really is going on in our body. All right, don't mind me. I just spilled a little bit of my coffee on my desk. I was trying to get that last sip out, One of the reasons why I always wondered why golf fit for me was because I'm not super graceful, but you need a lot of coordination to golf. But you don't need grace, I guess. Anyhow, if you're wondering what this odd mark on my hand is, I tried to add a little bit of self-tanner into my moisturizer last night. Must have not washed it off, and now my hand looks like it's got something going on. But anyhow, back to my interest in intuitive eating. After I kind of worked at different sites in grad school, I was introduced to specialized training with disordered eating, and I learned about the intuitive eating model. And I feel like that was where kind of my whole understanding of societal expectations of beauty and culture and the rules that we create for ourselves really became a focal point for me. My hope is to share not only my experiences as a former college athlete, but also as a counseling psychologist, so that I can share relatable and real tools to help you better your relationship with food, your body, and your mental health in general. So let me know what topic would be the most helpful for you, and I'm happy to do a video. Thank you for watching, and I hope it was helpful to learn a little bit more about my background. Please subscribe and hit the bell so that you're the first to hear about new, updated intuitive eating and other mental health videos.